You're listening to episode 1036 of the Father Bills Podcast. Welcome back. Well, this week's episode is entitled Faith, FIFA, and Fruit, given on the 15th Sunday in Ordinary Time, 2026. In today's gospel, Jesus tells a familiar parable, the parable of the sower. The farmer scatters seed on four kinds of soil, but only the rich soil has abundant fruit. And since Jesus himself explains the meaning of this parable about the different soils, etc., and rather than repeat it to you, I'd rather like to just share a story. I consider a beautiful story that illustrates what can happen when God's truth, when his word takes root in a receptive heart. It begins with two men. One gentleman is Jules Rimet, and the other one is Pope Leo the 13th, not the 14th, the current one, the 13th. I came across this story a few weeks ago in an article by Joanna Duncan, published by Word on Fire, that's Bishop Barron's apostolate. At just 17 years old, Jules Rimet read a recently published encyclical, Rerum Novarum, which means of new things, by Pope Leo the 13th. The year was about 1891. The encyclical was written to respond to the problems caused by the Industrial Revolution. In it, the Pope called for a greater awareness of human dignity, of solidarity and cooperation between social classes. And this encyclical shaped the course of Rimet's life. Indeed, it became the seed of his future. So Jules Rimet's heart proved to be rich soil where it took root, grew, and bore fruit beyond what anyone would have imagined. In time, Rimet became the sower himself, scattering those same seeds through the world of sport. That's right. Convinced that sport could unite people across divisions of wealth, class, and nationality, Rimet founded an inclusive soccer club open to everyone, and this was novel at the time. Years later, as president of FIFA, familiar with FIFA, right? He worked to create a new international tournament where the world's best players could compete, regardless of class or social status. That vision became the first FIFA World Cup in 1930. Inspired by Pope Leo the 13th's teaching, Rimet saw the tournament more than just a sporting event. He believed it could become a living expression of Catholic social teaching, a place where people from every nation could meet in peaceful competition rather than conflict. Like every good seed, however, it was planted in human soil. Over time, the institution grew from that vision and has reflected both the beauty of the gospel and the brokenness of human sin. And if you want to know about that second part, you can look up FIFA on your own. Since the original seed, the desire to foster peace, friendship, and human solidarity through sport still bears remarkable fruit. For every 4 years, the World Cup captures the attention of 5 billion people around the world, potentially the largest sporting event participated in, whether by watching or participating directly in it. Just as the World Cup was born from the desire to bring people together rather than divide them, many of the stories coming out of this tournament remind us of that same hope. While we, as people in the United States, often dwell on our maybe policies, politics, and division, many of our visitors see something different. A generosity and a goodness that rarely makes the headlines. Last week, Deacon Brett shared a quote from one of the German fans, and he put it this way. Remember this: if you want to hate America, watch the news. If you want to love America, drive through it. Now, I just took a cruise. That's not driving, but I took a cruise to Alaska, and I tell you, I love America, and especially now Alaska. That place rocks, quite literally, but also it's amazing. You should go. Maybe that's what happens when countless and ordinary people quietly live the gospel daily. The headlines rarely notice it, but isn't it interesting? Our visitors do. I've talked to people in different cultures. I mean, for example, a lot of people from Africa. I've had many African priests with me, and they truly appreciate the subject of rule, that we actually listen and obey our rules for the most part, right? Because if you go to, let's say, let's go to Italy or Mexico, just drive through an intersection and tell me how it went, and we'll be done with that conversation. I mean, everybody's obeying Walker Road, which is a crazy place right now. So what fruit is God producing in your life? And through that fruit, what seeds are you scattering into the lives of others? What soil is in your heart? Is it hard? Is it rocky, thorny? Or is it rich? I think the truth is that most of us, it's a mixture of all four. There are parts of our lives where God's word has taken deep root in our heart and it's bearing fruit. There's other parts crowded by anxiety, distraction by the world, or hardness of heart, or disappointment, or sin. And if that is you, don't lose hope. God is still in the business of cultivating hearts. After all, a seed planted in a heart of a 17-year-old changed the world in ways that continue to bear fruit today. Imagine what God can do with the seed that he has planted in you. Let him cultivate that soil of your heart. Know him. Grow in him. And then go and become a sower of his love wherever he sends you. Thank you again for listening to this episode of the Father Bills podcast. And I will be, again, going on a vacation after this weekend. And I just want to let you know so there won't be a podcast coming up the next weekend. But again, if you want to go to my website, fatherbill.org, check out what's going on there with my blog, my music, the photos, astro photos. In fact, astro photos. I am going to the Oregon Star Party. I'll get some more shots and add to that list. In the meantime, here's a piece of music that I've created with the help of AI, and it's entitled One Seed. In the meantime, may God bless you, and have a great couple weeks. Bye-bye.
A farmer walked beneath the morning sky, with open hands and hope in every stride. Some seed was lost where hardened hearts remain. Some never lived beneath the rocks and pain. But where the earth was open to receive, the smallest grain became a forest green. Your word still falls upon the hearts of men. Lord, sow your life in us again. with one seed. A young man heard an ancient shepherd's voice, a call to lift the broken and rejoice. One page became a vision for his days, a spark that lit 1,000 different ways. He dreamed that strangers, nations side by side, could meet in peace instead of fear and pride. One heart received what heaven chose to sow, and generations watched it grow. Your kingdom doesn't come with power the world can see. It comes through faithful hearts who simply still believe. One word, one child, one prayer, one smile, one act of mercy, freely given, one life surrendered to your will, can echo all the way to heaven. One seed falling into willing ground, one heart turning all the world around. Your love keeps growing beyond what we can see. Make us rich soil, bearing fruit abundantly. Oh, know your voice, grow in grace, go wherever you may lead. Lord, let us scatter every gift, that we've received. If you could change the world through one surrendered heart, imagine what you'll do when you begin with ours. Here I am, rich soil in your hands. Here I am, Lord, sow me again. Make me a sower till every nation sees your harvest from one seed.